There's Richmond, there it is. All right, let's do, for example, the interior glass. Let's do a linear of all the interior glass lines and then price it by the linear foot.
Well, the pricing is already
Okay. So what we can do is we can open the estimate for this job. Have you guys already created an estimate for this one?
Have you, Nancy?
I've worked in it in Plan Ridge, in Plan Swift.
Okay.
That's all I've done.
So
I've
we'll
tried to-
go ahead and create an estimate for Sage for this.
So you see, I have the VCT, I have the square footage, I have the perimeter windows. And I have interior count, but I was gonna say, let's just try doing it a different way and see how this would do it. So yeah, you can see I've started.
But you never saved it as an estimate.
I didn't, because I didn't know how to do that. I never saved it as an estimate.
So before you start one, you have to do a new, I'll show you.
So you blued this and purpled it
Mhm.
in the VCT, so she,
So the whole area is 10,690 feet, there's 87 square feet of VCT, 78 perimeter windows. Now, how do I move that to the estimate
You
and
have to
turn it
open
into an
this.
estimate?
So
You
the
just-
problem you did is you jumped steps and you started working before you opened a new estimate. So on the right-hand side, that little white button, you had to do that first.
So before you start in Plan Swift, you have to create the estimate?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I didn't understand that, all right.
And with this, a cool feature of it is, so since you've already done this takeoff, we can just apply, your database parts to these takeoff items. Like for example, let's go into, what was that, perimeter glass?
That's fine.
Which one did you want to use for this
It would-
perimeter windows?
It would be in only, and it would be like 10 feet tall. Let me see how we have those.
you said,
So let's say I don't have a description there I want to make a better description. 2 plates, 10 feet tall. So do I have to go back into the data to get one, or do I just adjust it in this myself?
If you wanted to make changes to these parts, you'd have to do that inside of your estimating standard.
One-time item.
Why could you just do
Inside of Plan Swift. You can't make the changes here, but you can make the changes to those parts over in your estimating standard.
Can you do a one-time item with the one that's above assemble?
Yeah, that button currently doesn't really do anything. Now, if we wanted, to apply this to the takeoff items that we've already done, what we can do is instead of clicking one of these, we click this far right one right here. And when we click on that, it opens up this window here where we can select the item that we want to apply it to. So we want to apply this, this perimeter glass part to the perimeter windows takeoff. But we'll hit OK for that. And you'll see that brings in the quantity over here. And then we can just add the path. When we come look at the Sage tab, you'll see that item in there with the quantity. So when you do the takeoff before you make the estimate, that's how you can apply those parts to those takeoff items.
but every time when we do it, we should just open up the estimating thing first, that way we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that'll save you some
Yeah.
time. That way, you don't have to, you can just do the takeoff straight from here instead of doing the takeoff and then opening up the estimate and then, adding that part to each of those items. It's just a little quicker just to do the takeoff from right here. And that's the only difference between them. It's just a time saver, really.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to add some more? Or you want to do it different? different way.
So Debbie's just confused.
She's not getting it.
It's just not clear to me on how I would deal with some of these issues. I can do the takeoff, it's, let's do the VCT, 487 square feet, we're gonna put 2 coats of wax on it. How would tell me how to put that in?
Okay, where's that part located at?
Under cleaning somewhere.
Floors? Floors.
So go to floors, yeah.
No, up to,
Wax application.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So like with that, again, we just, with that button, click on the VCT, hit OK.
Now you had wax application.
Oh, there it goes.
Like machine scrub and wax to me.
Okay, and that's again, you know, you guys, you're gonna have to edit how that's viewing the formula for that.
It's the square foot again. It wants a linear measure instead of a surface area.
If we just, you know, took out that length times width and how it calculates it, it would pull that in just fine.
I just need to tell Dave.
And I think what you do is, see where his arrow is now, see the quantity? Now, could you just, if you wanted 2 coats, hit 2? And basically it would double
I
the
guess I'd
cost?
have to see what kind of value we put there to know.
You'd have to- yeah. Well, the value
I'm
is,
sure we put machine scrub and wax, 2 coats, I mean, I can't imagine we didn't put that in there.
oh, it's up, you'd have to open it up and look at it.
So let's say I wanted to go back to the database to see how it's set up, so I could click on the one I want. How do I do that now?
It's right there on the.
It's on the right.
It's on
All
the
your
right.
database items are on
Yep.
the right.
Okay.
Up there.
Yeah.
And you double click on that and that opens it up to all the different options for waxing the floor. It has a list.
Okay, click on that and let's see what the choices are under wax.
There isn't any.
Yeah,
There's
there
no
is.
plus sign. Oh, there you go. No,
Yeah, actually,
you only have one.
let's change
No.
that. Let me see if that fixes that. Oh, okay, so that's the read only. Okay, so that just shows you, you know, your pricing for that. This is just kind of like a read only. If you actually want to make the changes, you're going to have to go into your estimating standard.
Maybe that's all that you guys gave them on that.
Well, we have machine washing floors as a separate one. So we have machine washing floors, and then we have wax application.
Yeah, but see, what I was
Machine
telling
washing
her,
floor is the bottom one.
see the wax application, and then if you look down a little bit where the green button is and all the square footage buttons and stuff
Yeah.
are, see the quantity? You
Yeah.
have 1. So if you're gonna put more than,
2 coats. So
like
how do
2
you
coats,
do,
click
how do you
on-
add machine wash? So you have to add
See?
machine washing floors as a separate.
see that? If
And
he
then
clicks on that,
twice, you just 2
Where do
coats
you
of
add
wax.
machine?
But still, that's,
Or we could just have it put in the database.
Yeah.
yeah.
Machine wash plus 2 coats.
And tell me what you want to do.
That's how the database is gonna grow.
Right.
Is-
And you'll get it.
so looking at this, it looks like you have to qualify.
So you just, for waxing floors, you
Okay,
have to add
so
machine
yeah,
washing.
if you were-
and wax, wax.
We'll say to add a square footage property to here. And you know, you were doing 2 of these wax applications and you had that square footage property. What you could do is you could click the area for that square footage one,
Uh-huh.
you know, measure out the area, make this quantity 2, and that would essentially just double that square footage. So you know exactly how many square feet of that application you're going to do.
But that's how the database, that's how you guys set up the database.
Yeah.
So it's another one of those tweaking items that you're gonna
So you would have to,
tweak it.
what you would do is you'd click on it once, you'd click on machine wash and wax once, and then the waxing
Wax
application, if you're gonna do
Twice,
it
'cause you're doing-
twice, that's what he's saying, you're gonna click
Yeah,
the quantity
twice.
too.
I got that.
Tom can be a pro at this. He guy knows not
All right.
Tom. He's gonna be the
Right.
expert.
Shall we go to the
He'll be the
demo
teacher.
one? Can you pull up a demo one? It's that one in there.
Do you have it set up
Yeah,
again somewhere,
it's right on
Tom?
that sticky that I put next to you, Nancy, the name of it.
But where's the path? Where, is this is, so you guys
Again,
have
the
already
network
pulled it in?
storage.
So you've already pulled the PDF in? Can we close this one and open one more that's a demo takeoff that they've started? So it's the capital R.
No.
No?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's the Skanska BID.
Transplant.
Okay. That one then.
You have to blow that up for me to see it.
Well, they don't have an old, you know.
Hey, don't say old.
All right, so now we would want the demo values, not the cleaning values. Okay, so we do that.
But then open your
want to demo?
estimate
What
first.
do you want to do?
Demo ceiling and then just, well, you don't have the square footage anyways. It's the rooms within the dotted areas, all 5 of them.
Okay. Yeah, for these odd-shaped rooms, you'd want to add that square footage
Yeah,
variable down here. That way you don't have to just use the length times width.
yeah, you can just click the corners and go.
Exactly.
Yep,
That would save some time.
I can do that.
yeah, that's
Is there
fine.
a chance it could be right in the demo package instead of, probably not, right? It's probably still linear.
I'm not sure exactly how they have all their parts set up.
Well, you gotta set the scale first, right?
Don't really know the Sage side too in depth.
You gotta set the scale first.
Could you try the square footage button on this one and see if it might work?
Yeah, we can
Well,
try that.
you have to set the scale
We can set the
first.
scale on this. I would like to kill you.
Go ahead.
Did you say like to kill you?
Get somebody else there. I'll make a bunch of them.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, yeah, that did the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did it say
Well,
last?
in the carrier?
Taking that length times width quantity, and it's saying both of those as 0, and so it's multiplying those and
You have to do that.
just putting the 0 in there.
Name it, name your bid.
I know how to do all this. I'm not worried about this. This is the easy part.
Exactly. I think
Takeoff,
so.
takeoff is the easy
This-
part. I know how to do the walls, I know how to square footage and
Yeah, it's
count
just like
and all that.
using the,
It's just, we have
Yeah,
to
Integrating
get.
the two together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
now
two
you-
need to communicate.
So now you know what, when you open it up and you get your plans, and the first thing you gotta do is set up your estimate.
Right.
Before you start doing your takeoff. And then do your takeoff, and then.
Toggle between the stage
Yep,
buttons so you
and
can see
then
it.
at the end, print it out,
Yeah.
make sure everything's saved, and you're good to go. We just gotta get,
The square footage corrected.
yeah, and then we have to be able to take our report and pass it over.
And turn it into a proposal.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how that's gonna happen.
It can, the estimating module will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
It's
want-
just like my templates for the for the T&M invoices, they'll create a template however you want it to look.
We don't want them to have big numbers though.
Yeah.
We just want them to have the final.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
it'll-
Okay.
It will,
They'll do it?
yes.
Okay. I see.
You have anything else as far as plans with?
let's say I wanted to figure out how many dumpsters I was gonna need for the ceiling. How would you do that in here?
That's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not in there?
Okay, do you guys have a
Database?
part for that?
I I don't know.
See if it's an ad.
No, dumpsters are there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not
That's just-
metal.
Yeah, one metal and one
That's
trash.
just a count though. It's-
Yeah, but that's what you do, is you add that to your estimate. So you click on there to add, it would be one metal, one trash.
That's off the top of your head though. That's not based on the
That's,
quantity.
Right.
right, that's not me
Yeah.
filling out how many ceiling tiles will go in the dumpster.
Just only
So that's something from
No,
our end. we
that's a
gotta do.
value you'd have to come up with.
Right, that's something
Yeah.
we gotta do from our end. So our data needs a lot of work.
It's a building process.
Yeah, I do know they do offer like full packages with all this pre-set up. I don't know how much those cost.
We already have a base database set up. I think it just needs tweaking.
But you're saying you could buy a demo package, say, and then we could go in and adjust the values? A selective interior demolition?
No, they don't have one of those, but they have them for, I looked on there, they have things for like plumbing, for
Right. And then
electricians.
they have one for demolition.
No, they have one for windows, they have it for flooring, they have all that stuff, but demolition is on that. Cleaning is on that.
It's because it's everyone's
Such a
gonna-
specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, anybody have any more questions?
Thinking that too.
We just gotta digest this.
It's, 156.
Okay. Good for now?
All right, I guess we're good for now, thank you.
Yep, no problem. You guys have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.